I am genuinely sick. So much so to the point where I had to leave school on Monday the 10th of 2022. On the bus, as soon as I stepped on, my connection cut out. Couldn't make any calls, couldn't use my mobile data, etc. Someone said that it might be my service provider glitching out. Turns out it wasn't. I just needed to turn my phone off and on again. But I didn't realise that until it was too late. I'll explain what I mean later. I also started to feel sick since before I even left the house. And it might have something to do with the fact that I had an egg for breakfast. Normally I have toast. Today I had egg and toast. And it was duck egg, which apparently is richer than chicken eggs. And well, actually, in the school, I was mentioning this to a couple of students. I said it's great. I am going home. So went to the office. Said, "Can I go home?" They said, "You need to go to study teacher." So I did. And on the way, I saw the media teacher, and I was saying to him, "Won't be in. I'm sick and going home." So you're right. You get the homework done. No, I have a box left. Sure, that isn't the reason why you're feeling sick. Like, no, I'm genuinely sick. Okay. Well, you get well and catch up. So I went to study. No one was there, so I sat down outside for a good while. Eventually she came. I explained. She's from my mum. She hung up within 20 seconds. My mum did. At the time I still thought it was the provider being a bit crap. It turns out it wasn't. My mum hung up because she didn't hear the call well. So she rang back. So instead of waiting as literally everyone else does, I was sent to class. Despite the fact that I didn't do anything. Like, I wrote 5 words of notes, and that was it. Luckily, I do have an assistant there that took down the rest of the notes for me, which I can get tomorrow. So yeah, I went home. And I finished The Road. Universally positive ratings. Watch long great movies. Based off the book by Cormac McCarthy. Viggo Mortensen, Cody Smith-McPhee, Charlize Theron, Guy Pearce. Cormac McCarthy's not in it. Molly Parker, Michael Kenneth Williams, Robert Duvall. It's good. Although, yeah, my son's going to be going off this entire video, so please just excuse it. As I said, I'm sick. Problem to have with the movie is that the dialogue is quiet, almost inaudible, compared to the sound effects, whether it be gunfire, thunder, rain, whatever. Like, I'll show you what I mean. I have my phone turned nearly all the way up. I'm going to play this while talking. And I'm hoping you can hear me a bit, just so you can tell like how inaudible the dialogue is because of the sound effects. This is what it's like. There's no subtitles for it. I can't get subtitles. I think it's the channel just doesn't do subtitles for some reason. I'm told not to watch the movie and to wait until we finish the book and we're going to watch it for Christmas, and then she'll say, "Oh, we'll finish it when we come back," and then we never finish it. So I went ahead and watched it anyway because I didn't understand the book well, and Books written by McCarthy. McCarthy also wrote No Country for Old Men. And as far as I remember, there were some bits I didn't understand of the book, and most of the bits I did understand were because I remember it from the movie. So I was hoping that I could watch the movie for The Road, and when I get to certain parts that's in the movie, I can be like, oh yeah, that's that part in that movie. I don't know how accurate the movie is compared to the book. Anyway, this Twitter as of 16 past 6 p.m. Oh, ooh. I think I've already played this. This is the Scottish lady, right?
The war in Ukraine is quickly escalating into a wider...
Sorry, Irish. Didn't remember it correctly. Oh yeah, so Zelensky being a war criminal is just misinformation that the Russian Twitter bots have put out. You know that you are the one that sounds like a tinfoil man, not me. I mean, I don't know if Zelensky is a war criminal, but what I can tell you is that Zelensky is a fascist. It's probably going to be the same thing. Like with terrorism, you're getting special forces spend the bridge attack, right? So it's just going to be he said, she said. You know, why are you listening to Biden? Does Paul do literally nothing but scour through Twitter, find something, tweet about it, make a video about it, tweet about that video, and repeat all day? Anyway, Kanye wore that White Lives Matter shirt in the safety, security, and distance of Paris, France. Well, I don't know. Paris, nah. Paris is full of Muslims who hate white people. Okay, sorry, let me specify. It's full of radical Muslims who hate white people, not all Muslims. I bet you he won't wear that shirt in Atlanta, Detroit, Baltimore, Philly, Memphis, Houston, Compton, or Queens. Notice the fact that all these places are on the East Coast. Anyway, I dare him to go stand any hood in America with that shirt on. Kanye used our White Lives Matter shirt to show that those in power don't believe they do and will greenlight anyone saying it. Ye used to performance to show you can go DEFCON for young white people and not get cancelled. People acting like they can't understand ye intent. I know it's gay. I don't care.
So most of the patients that we have in the GEMS clinic actually know their gender, usually around the age of puberty, but a good portion of children do know as early as seemingly...
The only reason why, they were confused by it in the first place because you're telling them, not you might be a woman, you're telling them you are a woman.
From the womb, and they will usually express their gender identity as very young children. Some as soon as they can talk. They might say phrases such as I'm a girl, or I'm a boy, or I'm going to be.
Right. They're saying that because you taught them that.
a woman or I'm going to be a mom. Kids know very, very early. So in the GEMS clinic, we see a variety of young children all the way down to ages 2 and 3, and usually up to the ages of 9. When they come into the clinic, they'll see one of our psychologists, and we'll be talking to them about their gender. We'll be talking to their family about how to best support that child and how to make sure that that child has the space and support to explore their gender and do well throughout their development. And we'll be answering any parent questions. A lot of parents do have questions, and so we answer those questions. The biggest piece of advice I give parents who are coming through the gender clinic at Boston Children's Hospital is to just be supportive. Sometimes you might not understand. Sometimes you feel like you don't know the terms or you don't.
And if you don't understand, you're transphobic.
Get exactly what the child means when they say that they might be this gender, but the biggest thing you can do is just love your child and support them.
The child doesn't even know what they mean when they say, I am a woman. Because it's just stuff that you taught them.
Just allow them to express themselves. That's the biggest protector as well against negative mental health effects such as depression, suicidality.
You know that they might grow up and realize, oh, I'm not actually a woman. I've just been coerced. And then they get depressed. And then they kill themselves anyway. Dumbass.
Anxiety that we worry about for our gender diverse kids and young adults. So that support from a parent is one of the best protective factors and one of the best things they can do.
I'm going to tell an anecdote. And people are going to comment saying, you're gay. Go on ahead, don't care. But when I was, I'm going to say 5? It might be older. I'm 7, maybe. And I get that 7 is too old for me to be able to think that this was how it worked. But I thought that every year you change sex. Like, you know, I'm 7, guy, when I turn 8, I'm going to turn into a girl just magically. And I grew up and I realized that's wrong. You can't change. Sorry, it sounded like I said I can't, you can. I said you can't change. So, what I'm saying is that you're telling them at far too young an age. Because if they express something that is feminine, and right, we're talking about male children here, boys. They say something feminine. They say that they want to wear a dress, or no, we won't say it. Say they want to play with Barbies. Okay, allow them to play with Barbies. Don't say anything like, "Oh, you're a woman," or "You might be a woman," or anything like that. Just allow them to play with Barbies, and most likely they will grow up and just not play with Barbies anymore because they're too old for it. You don't need to go, you are a woman over and over again until the transition. And if you do that, you will save lives. Harvard Children's Hospital. Babies know in the womb if they're transgender. Abortion is fine because babies in the womb aren't people yet, but also babies in the womb already know they're trans.
هذا محصر وسكرين الشوارع ولا صوت
If police fail to move these self-entitled "just stop oil" protesters, it was only a matter of time until the public took matters in their own hands. They weren't expecting this, despite the fact that it happened at the Extinction Rebellion every time. And "just stop oil" are basically exactly the same. I don't understand why you have all these different groups that do exactly the same thing. People have had enough of these clowns. Just Stop Oil are middle-class hippies that get off on causing pain to the working-class communities. Is PayPal about to go bankrupt? Nah. Don't forget to withdraw all your money from PayPal and then close your account. Black Surgeon General, Florida was censored too. White liberals every day show who they are. 2020. Trump is going to start World War III. 2022. We need to start World War III.
The Disney guys, you know, you might not believe in God, but God believes in you. It's not a battle you can win. It's like, don't jump, Anakin, I have the higher ground kind of situation. So you could put out all of the indoctrinations and, you know, moves and have the biggest media company. But why am I alive? Why am I protected? Why did I become the richest black man of all time? Like, how did that happen? And the more and more I lean into God and work for God, the more wins God is going to bestow on our team, on Jesus Gang. And for me to go out and just state an obvious and empathetic statement in the middle of the most liberal central, like, to go, that was like Tiananmen Square or something, right? I was like, with Candace Owens, and we both wore the shirt at the same time. You know, we got some Jesus soldiers out here, and people say they're willing to die for it, but we live for it. We're living for the battle. And what's the battle for? Life itself. Our children. They're killing us through the food. They're killing us through the content. They're killing us through the programming. But God is alive and is alive in all of us. And we will overcome.
It sounds like you're hopeful for the future of the country.
Absolutely, because I have the vision for it. I understand the ecosystem. I understand how to even liberate a big pharma. I have solutions for the future. You know, I don't have the entire vision. You know, certain things are just in front of me and they happen when they're supposed to happen. But there's so many open doors. Like
Kanye West. They're killing us through the food. They're killing us through the content. They're killing us through the programming. But God is alive in all of us and we will overcome. TikTok bans the term White Lives Matter while promoting videos of underage girls doing sexualized dances and videos of people threatening to kneecap anyone who doesn't want to be BLM. And yet people still tell me, oh, there is no child porn on TikTok. Maybe I want to do this caption first.
Yeah.
Some respect for this, but almost 5 years of hormones does to a teenage girl. Remember, I'm 21.
So I got out of my haircut, because my hair was driving me nuts. And I shaved it because I'm tired of watching my hair thin out, and it's less distressing if I shave it. So when I talk about being too far gone, I don't really know what else to call it. This is what I mean. This is how deep my voice is. It's gotten deeper over time, and it's settled.
Right, Elon, you're the richest man in the world. Get Twitter to actually load properly.
This is what I mean by hair loss. And it just keeps getting worse. It keeps thinning. It keeps receding backwards.
Also, I'm not as bad as this man, but I know about hair loss, so I sympathize, man.
You know, and I'm not exactly sure that's coming back. Those are the main things when I talk about being androgenized to a point of no return. I really don't see those being fixable. So that's when I talk about, you know, just kind of staying how I am, regardless of how I feel. That's why, just because I don't really see me personally being able to come back from what's happened so far. So I hope that's a little explanatory, just to kind of give a little bit more of a like, kind of let me reword that, just to kind of, talk about, like, give more awareness to the situation, kind of, so you can see where I'm at. Words are not working well with me right now. I'm just gonna cut this off. There you go. This is what happens when you give a woman testosterone. This is for 5 years. This is what happens, essentially. So, that's it. Stay safe.
Wait, so that's what... Oh, wait, I thought that was just a regular guy. Well, sorry. Regular is going to sound discriminatory. I thought that was a cis guy. That's a trans man? I didn't know. Although, it don't look exactly like him, but you remind me of the guy from GTA 5. People who played GTA 5 know what I'm talking about. Sorry, I don't remember his name because I don't play GTA 5 a lot. Like, I don't play online. Trump slammed Biden a rally in Arizona Sunday, calling Biden's recent Armageddon warning exactly the wrong thing to say and demanding an immediate negotiation of a peaceful end to the war in Ukraine. Oh, I was gonna read this article because I saw it last night. I didn't read all of it because it's a very long article. But I was going to do like 2 videos about it. One was a dramatic reading, one was me actually properly going through it. I thought my boyfriend of 10 years was going to propose. Then he told me he was trans. I consider myself an LGBTQ plus ally. No, you don't, considering you say LGBTQ plus when it's 2S LGBTTIAQ plus. Ah, crap, I got it wrong, I think. But I wasn't prepared for the shock and confusion I'd feel when the person I thought I'd spend the rest of my life with told me their secret. Sorry. Okay, transphobe. Professor Person stated Sunday the US should be demanding that Ukraine stop shelling that nuclear power plant and blame it on Russia, otherwise the world will face nuclear Armageddon on 2 fronts. This is a hot war. This is what the Americans and the Soviets back from 47 to 91 were trying to prevent by not going nuclear. Another day of reading thousands of tweets about how tricking a truck driver into becoming a suicide bomber and the murder of random civilians while achieving no military advantage is legitimate, but bombing power stations is terrorism. Russia has struck down downtown in Kiev with some reports that they hit Zelensky's office. He won't be there. Retaliation over the Kerch Bridge was expected. However, the strikes show Russia can hit Ukraine where it hurts anytime they want, but have so far been restrained. Marvel has come under criticism for producing a paid for comic book to promote Pfizer's mRNA corona vaccines. Oh God. What is this? I don't understand. Whatever. Environmental protesters, oh God. Environmental protesters blocked the mall outside Buckingham Palace in a demonstration against new fossil fuel licenses. Around 2 dozen activists in high-visibility orange vests sat on the road holding Just Stop Oil banners on Monday morning. Telegraph reports police liaison told them, "Let me know if I can do anything for you." Absolute joke. Also, from the name, Just Stop Oil seems actually more radical than Extinction Rebellion, because the problem is that you can't just stop oil. Like, saying Just Stop Oil means doing it right now. We can't do that, because if if we're going to stop oil, first everyone needs to switch to electric. But not everyone has done that because not everyone can afford to do it. In fact, most people can't. So just stopping oil would not only put a lot of people who work outside of where they live out of jobs, which would also heavily impact the economy, probably leading to a depression worse than 1932, so 1929, 2008, and 2020 combined. Despite local objections, the government will use every room in an entire hotel in Stoke to house illegal migrants at taxpayer expense. The photo captures what I hate most about eco protesters like Just Stop Oil. In their heads, they believe that they're the next Rosa Parks. In reality, they're self-entitled imbeciles blocking working class people getting to their jobs.
But who's paying you now?
Right now, OFAC is paying me out of the...
Isn't that girl that worked for Channel 4 that was like, who did the Jordan Peterson interview, where she was like, so what you're saying is you're a sexist? No. So what you're saying, just over and over again.
Money that we've raised from the crowdfunder, and the minority, a small minority, comes from other pro-European groups.
Okay. Other pro-European groups. And a name of another pro-European group that funds you would be?
Best for Britain.
Great.
And we were told that this would be stopping after 10 minutes. We're taking a break.
Sure. How long would you like a break for?
10 minutes, if we decide to come back. You knew this was not what we agreed. All right, Femi, let's go talk.
Okay.
You keep filming, guys. Yeah, thanks. So Femi's now going to go and take a break because his manager doesn't approve of the line of questioning that we're asking. It's an open, line of questioning,
about Brexit.
and then we will continue. Do come on camera.
You're welcome to keep recording.
Do come on camera. You're going.
I'm a dumbass. That's Katie Hawkins. I'm sorry to the person that I was thinking of, and I'm sorry to Katie. I'm such a sexist.
I don't know if Femi wants to go, if I'm honest. Femi, I don't think leaving's the answer, if I'm honest with you.
I'm gonna come back, but I just wanted to.
Yeah, go and have a little chat with your manager.
With his colleague, thank you.
Go and have a chat with your colleague, and then Femi, I would come back, sweetie. So we will continue this in a moment when Femi's had a chat with his minder, and we'll continue our conversation. I'm essentially just trying to get hold of who is funding this group.
Femi, when asked who funds this work-free lifestyle, incredibly odd, the decisions are being made for him by some weird handler. And you know what? I bet you people will be like, oh, he's not being authentic then. Well, guess what? That's exactly the way that Harry Styles works. Do you think Harry chose to wear a dress? No, his manager told him to. I mean, Noel Gallagher pointed it out. You wanna call Noel Gallagher a liar? I'm not even a fan of Oasis, and I still would take his word for it because it's trustworthy.
Українці, українки, ранок важкий, маємо справу з терористами, десятки ракет, іранські шахіди. У них дві мішені, енергооб'єкти по всій нашій державі. Київщина і Хмельниччина, Львів і Дніпро, Вінниця, Франківщина, Запоріжжя, Сумщина, Харківщина, Житомирщина, Кіровоградщина, Південь держави. Вони прагнуть паніки і хаосу, хочуть знищити нашу енергосистему, вони безнадійні. Друга мішень – це люди. Спеціально обрали такий час і такі цілі, щоб завдати якнайбільше шкоди. Але ми, українці, допомагаємо одне одному, віримо в себе, відновлюємо усе зруйновано. Зараз можуть бути тимчасові перебої з електрикою, але ніколи не буде перебоїв з нашою впевненістю у перемозі. Чому саме такі удари? Ворог хоче, щоб ми злякалися, щоб люди побігли, але бігти ми можемо тільки вперед і демонструємо це на полі бою. Так буде і надалі. Працюють зараз рятувальники, працюють наші ППО. Вже на зараз 38 повітряних цілей збито. Сьогодні будьте, будь ласка, в укриттях. Завдяки допомозі наших військових все буде нормально. Завжди дотримуйтесь правил безпеки. Завжди пам'ятайте, Україна була до того, як з'явився цей ворог. Україна буде і після нього. Слава Україні!
Zelensky, we are dealing with terrorists, dozens of rockets, Iranian suicide drones. Wait, that's no, hold on, that's an oxymoron. Suicide drones. You know, drones that are piloted remotely. The whole point of drones is that we're not actually sending people into combat. You can't have a suicide drone. If you're saying a suicide drone, that kind of implies that you're saying that the drones are sentient, that they should be treated as humans. No, they shouldn't. They have two aims: energy infrastructure across the whole country. The other aim is people. They have chosen the time and targets to harm as many people as possible. Woke up this AM to reports of disgusting Russian missile attacks in Kiev, Lviv, and other cities. Heading to the border now to assess the situation, Russian attempt to frighten civilians and the effect on children who are learning online today is why this Ukraine trip is so important. You fought to keep schools closed for over a year, and now you're concerned about remote learning in Ukraine? I forgot that I thought about this. More stuff about Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. The episode that I'm currently on, there is like this wind or something in California that causes a bunch of weird stuff, and basically the wind causes Rebecca and her boss to want to have sex with each other. And she's like, oh, I want to have sex with this person because he gives me goosebumps and my fiance doesn't. What? Anyway. Kiss. My love, your kiss broke the witch's spell. Wait, what's wrong? She was a furry. This is the only funny comic Stone Toss has ever made. What? People always say this is the only funny Stone Toss comic ever made. To every Stone Toss comic. Stone Toss making an actually funny comic. The end must be incredibly close. Teen Titans Go Pal. Biopic. Profile pic. Okay, this is actually a good one, not gonna lie.
Get your friends, get the fuck out of my house. Get out of my house. You're out of my house, bro. Get out of here. Take it. How many was it? 15? 25. Get out of my house.
He said he gives it 50 sauce, but it was just 25.
Wow! Fate. The audacity.
Regardless, honesty is very important to me. You've proven that you're not honest to me. I don't I'm so sorry you lied to my face. You lied to my face. Please get out of my house. Get out of my house. Get the fuck out of my house.
Typical Sam Piker moment. Dude got kicked out of a streamer's party because he only gifted 25 studs instead of 50. What world do we live in? It's like a living parody of spoiled rich kids you see in children's movies. Mark, why no uploads? Sorry, I've been very busy lately, probably planning his birthday party considering it's in 9 days, I think.